Hey guys, Nathan Duck River Honey. Got a lot of little chores to do today. Of course, we had our big cold snap this past week, and I'm checking for deadouts on some of my small nukes. And then any that is cool. There are two bald eagles flying there, talking to each other. Well, that was pretty cool. I wish I could have shown you guys, but there were two mature bald eagles. The river is just right there over the bluff, and the eagles fly the bluff a lot. And they were, I don't know what they were doing, playing with each other or fighting or what. That was really neat. So anyway, what I'm doing today is checking for deadouts. I am also going to insurance feed some hives. And I say insurance feed, and that's kind of a term I'm coining. I say insurance feed instead of emergency feed. I bought a case of Hive Alive fondant. I got some of that last year and used it. I really like it. It's a convenient package. The bees eat it well. Bees did well with it. I'm not going to endorse the product and say it's the best there is, because I don't know, but I like it. So any hives that I think are a little bit light, I'm going to pop a fondant patty on them. That stuff's about, I don't know, it's somewhere around $6.50 per patty, and I look at that as a pretty cheap insurance to make sure they make it through winter. You know, if a hive gets light, then they can tap into it. If they don't use it, I can melt it down and put it into sugar syrup in the spring. So sort of how I look at that. I'd rather have it on there and not worry than have a hive get too light and run out of food. I'm also looking for deadouts. I've got one nuke that I think is probably not going to make it. Either they were already dead or this cold weather probably got them. And the other ones I think are going to be strong enough to make it, but you know, -2 with -20 wind chill is what we dealt with in the last week. That's hard on those small colonies if they're not on a double screen on top of a big hive. I've also got to do my second OAV treatment today. I'll do that as soon as I get done feeding any that need it. That one needs some food. What I'll do with this is these red push pins in the lid indicate that they need feed. These are left from when I was fall feeding, and boy, the wildlife's just going crazy. There's two deer running across the field right there. It's 10 o'clock. Wildlife's going crazy out here. That's nuts. There's a red-shouldered hawk perched in a tree right over here. That's cool. We're going to take a minute and show you him since I didn't show you the eagle. All right, so what I'm doing is red push pin in the lid means they're getting winter feed. In spring, this will come out and go over here in the behavior section of my grading system, and that would be a negative. If they need winter feed, it's a negative. And they feel okay. So this is a small nuke on top of a double screen board that's got holes drilled in it. And then I've got a strong colony down below. And the idea is that heat from this colony can rise up and help to keep this colony, this small colony, warm. I don't see any entrance activity at all, which with it being in the 40s and them facing north, I'm not surprised. I'm hoping that they made it through this cold snap. And they did. That's good. I think we're going to feed them regardless of what their weight says. So it's pretty simple. This hive was just a little light, not bad. I don't know that I'll hold it against them. And they are alive. So I'm not going to go in them. I don't want to rob them of heat. All I want to do is peel back part of this fondant. I'll put that over the hole in the inner cover, set a feed shim in there. And if they need it, they've got it. I don't see any entrance activity on them. Well, maybe a little bit. I'll just crack them. I've got some bees in there. We'll go ahead and give them a patty. If they don't make it, I'll take it off of them. I really like these inner covers better. I added a 1/4 inch shim to this, and that makes it just tall enough that these fit, and I don't have to use a feed rim. Really like that. This hive is light enough, I really don't know if they're alive. There's bees in there. They're pretty lightweight though. See, they're already up in the top box. That's not too good. Come on, girls, get down in there. Don't worry. You're gonna get something to eat. This one I think actually needed it. Beautiful sight. Here. If I've got a deadout, I think this is it. So I was pretty worried about this hive when I did my first OEV treatment. Yeah, I think it's going to be a complete loss. This was a really small nuke that I made up late. And they just didn't have the girth to make it. Oh, that's sad. Yep, that's really sad. Alright, we'll go protect the equipment. Well guys, it looks like everybody made it except this one small nuke, and I had doubts about them. Made them up late and gave them every opportunity, but that queen just never got going good. Fed them quite a bit, but they didn't dry the syrup down. You know, I could have tried to put fondant on them a little earlier. That might have worked, but honestly, I don't think they had a good chance anyway. And I'm not into being a nursemaid for bees. They need to do their part. I'll do my part to help them, but they need to do their part too. So this is my last yard to do today. I'm kind of glad. I'm out of the beekeeping groove. Like, man, I've been forgetting stuff everywhere and having to run back and forth. And, you know, during season, you get so used to what you're doing every week that you don't make those kind of mistakes. But I've been very inefficient today, and I'm kind of frustrated with myself because of it. So anyway, I'll tip the rest of these hives, get some fondant on any that I think need it. I think at least one more nuke. I'll put some on there just for insurance. I don't think any of the bigger hives will need it. I may put some on in one or two anyway, but I'll be surprised if I do. And then I've got to get an OEV treatment done on them. That'll be the second round through the whole apiary. And I'll do one more round probably next week, right before we go to hive life. Guys, I appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next one.